Most people think beet juice is the ultimate drink for circulation, and that's exactly why so many adults over 60 are frustrated when it doesn't deliver the results they expected. They drink it every day hoping for better blood flow, lower blood pressure, warmer hands and feet, and more energy when they walk. Yet many still struggle with poor circulation, cold extremities, leg fatigue, and stubborn blood pressure issues. The reason is simple. Beet juice only addresses one part of the nitric oxide equation. What most people don't realize is that after age 60, producing nitric oxide is only half the battle. Your blood vessels also need to be healthy enough to respond to it, and your body needs protection against the oxidative stress. That destroys nitric oxide before it can do its job. I recently spoke with a 75-year-old man who had been drinking beet juice every morning for nearly 2 years. He thought he was doing everything right, but his circulation continued to decline. His feet stayed cold, his walking endurance never improved, and his blood pressure barely changed. The problem wasn't the beet juice itself. The problem was that beet juice couldn't fix everything that had already changed inside his aging blood vessels. Once he started adding a few simple ingredients that support different parts of the nitric oxide pathway, things began to change. His circulation improved, his energy increased, and he could walk farther without discomfort. Today, I'm going to show you 3 powerful ingredients that can turn ordinary beet juice into a much more effective circulation support drink. Stay with me until the end, because the ingredient at number 2 could be the missing piece most people never hear about, and without it, your body may be losing a significant portion of the nitric oxide it's already producing. Number 3, Hawthorn Berry Extract. Before we get to the ingredients that directly boost nitric oxide, we need to talk about something just as important: protecting the blood vessels that nitric oxide is supposed to help. Because here is the problem. After age 60, many people are not just producing less nitric oxide. Their blood vessels themselves are becoming damaged, inflamed, and less responsive. You can create all the nitric oxide you want, but if your arteries are stiff, irritated, and losing elasticity, blood flow still suffers. That is where Hawthorn Berry Extract comes in. Hawthorn has been used for centuries as a traditional heart tonic, but modern science has revealed why it has earned that reputation. The berries contain powerful plant compounds called oligomeric proanthocyanidins and flavonoids. These compounds help improve endothelial function. The endothelium is the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels. Think of it as the control center. That tells your arteries when to relax, widen, and allow blood to flow freely. Unfortunately, endothelial function declines dramatically with age. A study published in the American Journal of Medicine found that endothelial responsiveness decreases steadily after age 50, contributing to higher blood pressure and reduced circulation. Hawthorn appears to help reverse part of that decline. Researchers at the University of Reading found that Hawthorn extract significantly improved blood vessel dilation and increased blood flow by enhancing endothelial nitric oxide activity. In simple terms, it helps your blood vessels respond better to the nitric oxide your body already produces, and that makes it the perfect partner for beet juice. Beets help create nitric oxide. Hawthorn helps your arteries actually use it. That combination is powerful. A clinical study published in Phytomedicine followed adults with mild heart failure who took standardized Hawthorn extract daily. After just a few months, participants showed improvements in exercise tolerance, circulation, and cardiovascular function compared to those taking a placebo. Another review published in the Cochrane database analyzed multiple clinical trials and concluded that Hawthorn supplementation consistently improved symptoms related to poor circulation and reduced cardiac workload. But there is another benefit most people never hear about. Hawthorn is rich in antioxidants that help protect nitric oxide from oxidative damage. To use it, add 1 serving of a standardized Hawthorn Berry Extract to your beet juice according to the label directions. If you prefer whole food options, you can also brew strong Hawthorn berry tea. Allow it to cool and use it as part of the liquid base for your beet juice blend. The taste is mildly fruity and slightly tart, making it one of the easiest additions on this list. Number 2, raw cocoa powder. Most people think beet juice is the king of nitric oxide. What they don't realize is that beet juice only supplies the raw nitrates. Your body still needs healthy blood vessel cells to turn those nitrates into meaningful circulation improvements. That's where raw cocoa powder becomes so powerful. Raw cocoa is loaded with compounds called flavanols, especially one known as epicatechin. Unlike beet juice, which relies on the nitrate pathway, epicatechin stimulates nitric oxide production directly inside the endothelial cells that line your arteries. In other words, beet juice provides the building materials. Raw cocoa helps activate the construction crew. A study published in the journal Circulation found that cocoa flavanols significantly improved endothelial function and blood vessel flexibility in older adults. Researchers observed measurable improvements in blood flow within just a few weeks. Another study from the University of California showed that participants consuming flavanol-rich cocoa experienced approximately a 30% improvement in flow-mediated dilation, one of the most important measurements of vascular health. After age 60, endothelial function naturally declines. Blood vessels become stiffer, nitric oxide production drops, and circulation becomes less efficient. This is one reason cold hands, cold feet, and elevated blood pressure become so common. Raw cocoa helps reverse part of that process. It is also one of the richest food sources of magnesium, a mineral involved in hundreds of enzymatic reactions throughout the body. Magnesium helps relax blood vessel walls, supports healthy blood pressure, and improves circulation. When you combine raw cocoa with beet juice, you activate 2 separate nitric oxide pathways at the same time. The beets supply nitrates. The cocoa stimulates endothelial nitric oxide production. Together, they create a much stronger response than either ingredient alone. To use it, add 1 tablespoon of raw, unsweetened cocoa powder directly to your beet juice and blend thoroughly. Choose raw cocoa whenever possible, because excessive processing can reduce flavanol content. The slightly bitter chocolate flavor pairs surprisingly well with the natural sweetness of beets. For many older adults, this simple addition can turn ordinary beet juice into a much more effective circulation support drink. Number 1, cayenne pepper. Before we get to the ingredients that build and protect nitric oxide, we need to talk about something that helps blood move through your body right now. That ingredient is cayenne pepper. Most people think of cayenne as nothing more than a spicy seasoning. What they don't realize is that the compound responsible for that heat, called capsaicin, has been studied extensively for its effects on circulation and blood vessel health. After age 60, blood vessels naturally become less flexible. Arteries stiffen, circulation slows, and many people notice cold hands, cold feet, numbness, or reduced endurance when walking.
Research published in Cell Metabolism suggests that capsaicin, the active compound in cayenne pepper, supports healthy blood vessel function and circulation by promoting nitric oxide-related pathways. Studies also link regular capsaicin intake with better cardiovascular health. Beet juice and cayenne work through complementary mechanisms. Beet juice provides nitrates that your body converts into nitric oxide, while cayenne helps blood vessels relax and respond more effectively, supporting healthy blood flow. For older adults with cold hands and feet, sluggish circulation, or reduced walking endurance, this combination may be especially beneficial. How to use it? Blend 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper into beet juice, starting with the smaller amount. If you are sensitive to spice, the sweetness of the beets helps balance the heat. And there you have it. 3 simple ingredients that can help make your beet juice work smarter by supporting healthy circulation from multiple angles. Remember, no single food or drink is a magic solution, but combining healthy habits with the right nutrition can make a real difference over time. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more science-backed health tips.